everybody, it's Padboss, and like I said, since how it is my Easter holidays, so we'll be able to make more videos, and there's a pretty good reason why I'm making one today. Yesterday, the behind the scenes was released, and what many would call the worst update of all time was brought in. So I'm going to try my best to do barbarian fishing and read the behind the scenes at the same time. So what I'll do is, I will stand in front of the fishing spot, read the article, and then whilst I'm talking about it, I'll fish. Okay, so first up on the behind the scenes is the Easter 2012 event. Just details that it's an Easter egg hunt, and you'll be able to take charge of an exterminator and explode a rain of eggy terror. Wow. I couldn't care less about events unless they've got cool items and stuff. It does say that members can grab XP lamps, but I don't know whether it's really worth it. See, what I did just there was I read the article and then talked about it whilst I was still not playing. So there we go. There's one fish. Dungeoneering improvements and other fixes. We are releasing a bunch of much requested updates and fixes this month, most of which relate to dungeoneering. First up, we've added the tool belt for use in dungeoneering. Much like its service world counterpart, this will be automatically filled with all basic tools, as well as a novite pickaxe and hatchet. You'll also be able to add higher level tools to your dungeoneering tool belt when you can find them, effectively allow you to carry the best pickaxes and hatchets you can without costing you inventory space. Keys will automatically be shared between all party members. When any player picks up a key, everyone else in the party will have the chance to access it through the new keys category in the dungeoneering toolbelt. Gone will be the days where a key gets lost in your teammate's inventory, because as long as someone's picked it up, everyone will be able to use it. Basic resources in dungeoneering, such as ore, logs, and raw food, will stack, meaning that the more capacity for eager artisans in your party. All stackable resources, as well as coins, will also have a drop X option, allowing the stacks to be split. Finally, we're making some other non-dungeoneering improvements, such as additional crafting and fishing activities, to give them the chance to drop shattered heart rocks, and allowing the vampiric names during branches of Darkmar to be changed. Right, now we can actually do some fishing because I got something to talk about. Dungeoneering tool belt. What's the point of the toolkit? Every time I start a dungeon, I sell the stuff on the table, buy a toolkit, and I'm done. That's the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to use the toolkit, which is something you can buy from the trader, which has a hatchet, a pickaxe, a fishing rod, some feathers, a tinderbox, everything you need. And if there's going to be a dungeoneering tool belt, then surely that means that you're just going to have that anyway, so that kind of makes that redundant. The idea of sharing keys sounds cool, as long as I don't have to get it out of the tool belt. Like, if my friend picks it up, I don't have to, and I find the door that it's for, I don't have to go into the tool belt, find the key section, pull out the key, and then open the door. As long as I can just click the door and it opens, that sounds fine to me. And then the basic resources one, as you can see, I'm doing fishing now, and fishing and agility are the two skills I'm least looking forward to training. I say looking forward to, I'm currently training it. The only saving grace for fishing was that at 80, I can consider starting doing C2 fishing in dungeoneering, which is something like 80k an hour at 80, and maybe even 100 at 90. That involves just going on a complexity 2 dungeon and fishing all the spots, and because in dungeoneering they fish so fast, if you just fish all the spots and then leave the dungeon and go back in, you can actually get, like I said, up to around, I'm pretty sure you can hit 100k XP an hour on 90 plus. And now that they're making stackable, if they don't nerf the XP rates along with that, then that's going to become a lot easier to do, because a big problem now with C2 fishing is if you're not good at dropping things in your inventory, or you haven't got mouse keys, it's going to take you a while to get all the raw fish out of your inventory. But now if they stack, worst case scenario, you're going to have 3 fish stacks in your inventory, which is a lot easier to manage. So if the XP rates don't get nerfed for, I think this will be the 3rd time they'll have been nerfed for Complexity 2 fishing, then I'll be surprised. But also I hope they don't, because make it a lot easier for me. And then on the what's it called? The Shattered Heart Rucks. I've done it. I think I must have done it twice. All I know is I've got one like replica statue piece and the base. So I don't know if that means I've done it once or twice. But yeah, I don't like the idea of having to grind that out every week. I think you have to do it. So yeah, and right, that'll do for now. Let's have a look at the next update. Fremennik Sagas 2 will also be releasing 2 new exciting Fremennik Sagas. The first carries on from where Fuck and Marmaros. Fuck, that's going to sound really bad for this entire thing. Fuck and Marmaros' adventures in Demonheim left off. Fuck has left his favourite sword lodged in the face of a bony bad guy who won't stay dead. To make matters worse, he's just been challenged by Marmaros to a battle of brawn, which kill counts the deciding factor. With kill. Fox smash. Oh, I hate this. Step into Fox's boots and battle your way through dungeons fist first, meeting old friends and enemies on your quest to prove Fox the best brother. Fucktacular. And in the second part of it is, the second saga follows a mysterious Moia, M-O-I-A, as she infiltrates Demonheim in search of the elusive Bill. You'll use her unique powers to masquerade as dungeon denizens, from a necrolord to an honest-hearted mercenary captain, and to delve deep into the secrets of Demonheim's origins. Now, if you're a completionist type, and you're doing the Fremennik Sagas, this is another thing to do. And also, they give you XP, the current ones do anyway. So, I like the idea of this update. It's always quite fun, especially when you get to play as Fuck, because, just picked that up. He can hit ridiculous hits with his, I think he uses I need to start picking up the fish. A primal two-hander, I'm not sure. And then sometimes when you press the spec bar, he'll headbutt it. But he can still hit like an 800. Look up So Solid 2K's max hits with Fox head. It's hilarious. He just goes up and headbutts a load of bosses and gets like 800s. On to the second part of that, which is about the Moia bit. I'm going to call him Moia from now on. It says the elusive Bill. Now, I'm not particularly into the lore of Dungeoneering, but I do know a little bit about it from the Dungeoneering journals that I read whenever I get them. And Bill Rack is, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but he was the guy who first went down into Demonheim. Or no, I think Bill Rack is the lead, what would you call it, like a demon, like, you know, Calgear the Warmonger. I think Bill Rack is above him, and in one of the Dungeoneering journals, it's called like Asita Frostweb's diary, it mentions someone called Bill in the context of Bill Rack. So this could mean that for all you lore people out there, this could reveal a lot of kind of story points, I suppose, into Dungeoneering and about Bill Rack, so that could be interesting. Right, on to the next part of this update, which I find more interesting. The Rune Span. Finally, we're introducing a fun, that should probably be in quotation marks there, Jagex, new rune crafting training method, allowing training all the way from 1 to 99. Wizard Phoenix has been hard at his research investigating a plane discovered by the Runecrafting Guild called the Runespan, where runes can be pulled from the wild, elemental nodes, or even the native wildlife. You'll be able to traverse the floating network of islands that make up Runespan with magical platforms installed by Runecrafting Guild pioneers, collecting runes and helping hapless wizards who've become stuck, all for bags of Runecrafting XP. Members have access to 3 separate areas within the Runespan, each aimed at an increasing level range. 3 players only have access to the lower level area, but it's still a great place to train up. The Runecrafting Guild will lay claim to any runes you earn in the rune spam, but for members they'll convert them into points, which can be exchanged for some fantastic rewards. These will include a set of wicked robes. I'm guessing they're called wicked robes rather than they're calling the robes wicked. Like, those are some wicked robes. Anyway, which will permanently increase the capabilities of the wicked hood. Yeah, that makes sense. When purchased, some new magical staves and a pouch with a huge capacity of 18 essence. Well. A lot of people hate runecrafting. I personally don't mind it so much, but a lot of people despise it. That is why people used to use effigies on them, because they saw it as time saved from like being on suicide watch. A lot of people hate runecrafting. And if this is faster than ZMI, sign me up. But I've got a couple of ideas and problems that might show up here. One, is it just going to be Great All Project? In case you don't know, is a mini game in the Runecrafting Guild, which is how you get the Master Runecrafting robes, where you like push little balls around and shit. It's really weird. It's basically just a mini game that gives you Runecrafting Guild tokens, which you can spend on rewards. And I'm wondering, how close is this going to be to training as it is to a mini game? And I hope it says it's split into 3 areas. One thing that I'd really hope would be that the low level area is like 1 to 40. The medium would be 40 to 80 odd, and I want the high level one to be at least 80 plus, because that would mean that the XP rates have got to be good. And I'm not complaining, but the problem with that is, just take the runecrafting skill out of it. It's a mini game-esque thing, right? Where you can earn points to buy rewards. What does that sound like? It sounds a lot to me like the Flash Powder Factory. And what did they do to that? They nerfed it into the ground. So I know that when this update comes out, I'm going to be abusing the hell out of it for the first couple of days, because if it's good XP, there is a decent chance that Jagex might nerf it, because that's what they did with Flash Powder Factory. Flash Powder Factory was at best 11k XP an hour. I think it was like, initially you could get 90k XP an hour on Flash Powder Factory. They like did a half nerf it down to 80, and then they just fully nerfed it down to like 50 or even less, I think. So this could be what they do for runecrafting. But then again, if it starts off at 90 runecrafting, that is at 90 runecrafting XP an hour rather, that is massive. That is, for a lot of people, twice as fast as ZMI. It's maybe 1.5 times as fast as ZMI for like high level runecrafters, but still, that'd be insane. And I personally, I'm looking forward to it, because even if it is not that good XP, and the mini game itself, I'm gonna call it a mini game because it doesn't sound like training runecrafting, and if the mini game itself is like completely boring, the rewards do sound pretty interesting, to say the least. The what, I don't know what they call it, the massive bag or whatever, that holds 18 essence. A little bit of rough calculation in my head, that could translate to a couple of thousand extra runecrafting XP an hour at ZMI, so that could be quite important. I was like having a weird yawn there. I'm not breaking down into tears, but alright, we'll drop this and we'll read the next part of the update, which is everyone's favourite, Squeal of Fortune extra spins. We'll be adding some ways to get extra spins on the Squeal of Fortune simply by playing RuneScape, including some opportunities exclusive to members. You'll be able to get them as monster drops, through non-combat skilling, through D&Ds, as quest requests, and more. Notice they don't mention that you can buy them. If you didn't know, if you haven't seen any video by anyone who makes RuneScape content ever in the world, that's a bit of a weird sentence. You can now buy, with real life money, Squeal of Fortune spins. Now you might be like, yeah, so what? They can they can buy their chance to get a lucky divine or whatever. No, because the Squeal of Fortune has between like a 1 in 5 and a 1 in 3 chance of giving you an XP lamp. And for $22 or £11, I think, and then €16, I could be wrong, you can buy 75 spins, which, from a lot of people's calculations, gets you 140k XP in assigned lamps, like it'll be like small lamp, constitution, medium lamp, ranged, or whatever, and then another 150, maybe even 180k in unassigned lamps, right? You can only spend $200 on this a day, which is a bit optimistic, because to have $200 of disposable income a day, you've probably got quite a high paid job right there. But anyway, it is now become quite efficient to maybe once a week or once every couple of days buy 75 spins to train hard to train skills. So a lot of people put it on rune crafting. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, is this a sign that Jagex are just like they're just trying to milk money out of us?" And RuneShark, who video makers that I watch quite a lot, one of them said that it's a sign that Jagex don't have faith in how long the game is going to last, and I think that's wrong. I think what it is the sign that Jagex have, like, imagine a line, right? That is where the community draws the line on buying in-game items and stuff, and Jagex didn't know where the line was, and this has just gone over the line. And as long as a community, we say, no, Jagex, we don't want this, on the high-level forums, people are just raging. People are going, "Oh, it's a bad thing, rah, 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 rah." They're, like, bashing their keyboards. So, hopefully, I don't think they're going to take it out of the game, because that'll either involve rollbacks, or that'll be, like, kind of an unfair advantage if you manage to abuse it early on. But, hopefully we can make it so they don't do any more of these kind of updates. I don't think it's the end of RuneScape. It doesn't have to be. But it's going to take away a fair few players, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't take away enough players to ruin the game. A lot of people are saying they've been disappointed in Jagex. I don't feel disappointed in Jagex, because this is what businesses do. A business will release a product, in this case, the game of RuneScape, and then they'll gimmickize it, if you know what that means. It's not an actual word, I just made it up. But like with Apple, when they released, oh no, I'm failing on dropping this. When they release a new product, they also release at the same time loads of accessories, and the profit margin on those accessories are crazy. Like, they might sell, like they sold like an iPad stand for like £25. That probably cost them like £5 to make. So what? That's a 500% markup, or 400% profit, 500% revenue. So, but for those kind of companies, people have accepted it. And as long as we as a community tell Jagex that we are not having it, they'll probably leave this in the game. And then if we can send them a strong enough message, we can only hope that they're not going to do it again. So I'm not disappointed in Jagex. I feel sorry for Jagex that they're risking throwing away 11 years of this game just try and make a little bit of money. Because there's no way you're telling me that RuneScape and Jagex don't make enough money. Because when you look at how many members there are, like £4 a month, so like I think it's like $6 a month. There are thousands and thousands of members. Some people have multiple accounts of members on, which they don't even play on. There is no way that Jagex were in need of money. They were just like testing the waters. They were kind of putting it out there. Like, if everyone had gone, "Yay, best update ever," then we could be in real trouble, because that would be the point where Jagex decided, right, they like these kind of updates. We're gonna make it so every month there's a new way to buy in-game XP. So all I'm saying is, don't buy the spins, and just forget about it. Because if everyone forgets that you can even buy spins fuck you, School of Fortune. Then Jagex will just hopefully get the idea that we're not interested in him. That's it for the behind the scenes. Anything else I want to talk about? No, not really. So if you like the video, please do give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.